time to tame the horsepower rodeo. Who's going to be our King of COTA in 2022? Great launch off the line by Jorge Martin. Likewise, Jack Miller. Here comes Fabio Quartararo as well on the inside. Where's Marc Marquez?
He's plumb last,
he missed the start.
Had a terrible start. Marc Marquez didn't get away at all. He is right at the very back of the field.
I was looking for him in the top 5, expecting to get a superb launch. A nightmare then for Marc Marquez. The King of COTA dumped all the way to the back of the pack. What on earth happened to Marquez off the line?
Quartararo's up a place. He's got ahead of one of the Pramac Ducatis. It must be Johann Zarco is down in 6th position. The Suzukis have not gained ground. They've both dropped a place. Rins and Mir down to 8th and 9th.
So it's Jack Miller that leads them from the pole man Jorge Martin. As we expected, 4 Ducatis inside that top 4. Great start for Fabio Quartararo. He's already picked off fellow Frenchman Johann Zarco, the world champion there in 5th place. But an absolute disaster for the King of COTA, Marc Marquez, all the way at the back of the grid into that first corner. He's already picked up a couple of places, now into 22nd.
The Suzukis have dealt with Takaki Nakagami already. They're both back up to where they started in 7th and 8th, but the top 2 already building up a bit of a lead up the front. Martin didn't have too much straight line speed, he said yesterday, but he doesn't have any trouble following Jack Miller. Bastianini is coming past Francesco Bagnaia. Bastianini already up into 3rd.
Well, Marc Marquez has launched some stunning attacks from the back of the pack before in his Grand Prix career. If he does it here today in COTA, this will rank as the very, very best. So hard to overtake nowadays in Monday MotoGP. A mountain to climb for Marquez early on here in COTA.
He's battling with his brother at the moment, down in 18th position. I saw him trying to go around the outside of him through turn 13. Marc Marquez was plumb last going to turn 1. He's already up to 19th. He's now passed his brother for 18th, so Marc has already passed 6 riders.
There's an Bastianini, one of the big pre-race favourites in 3rd place. Here comes Martin up the inside of Jack Miller into turn 19. Beautifully done. Nothing that Miller could do about there. He left the door open. Martin said, thank you very much. Miller, though, trying to exact instant retaliation. He does. Up the inside of the Martinator into turn 20. A great action here early on in COTA between the 2 Ducatis. Miller will lead at the end of lap 1.
Bastianini looked a little bit wide to the final corner. You can see already what Fabio Quartararo is dealing with down that main straight. He's just been blasted past. He manages to outbreak Johann Zarco, who looked as if he was going to take 5th position, but that's crucial for Fabio Quartararo. He's been able to get away with that leading group. Here's Luca Marini coming through your shot. He's not had a particularly good start to the Grand Prix either. He's dropped 3 places to 14th.
So how much of a calamity was that botched start for Marc Marquez here in COTA? He came over the line in 18th place with a 2:09.352. He lost nearly 5 seconds on that opening lap alone. Disaster for Marc Marquez. Back at the front then, Jack Miller sweeps up through into turn 8. This climb then now through turn 9. 4th gear now pinned on the MotoGP bike, dropping down the spectacular decline through turn 10. Miller resisting early pressure here from Martin.
Already a little bit of a gap back. You can see Rins coming steaming up the inside of Mir. He's going to get Zarco too. Rins having to bail out of that one ever so slightly, but the Suzuki's already trying to get aggressive. Here's a look at the start. Keep an eye on Marc Marquez. Just doesn't get away. Just box it down completely.
That looks like the launch control or something was still activated or something there. Look at the data here. Has he got the pit lane speed limiter on, maybe? Something has happened there, hasn't it, for Marc Marquez? I wonder if he's mistakenly got the pit lane speed limiter on. Of course, they're limited to 60 k's an hour, or there was a problem with the launch control. What was not in question, what was not in doubt, was it was a shocker for Marc Marquez. 9th place on the grid, knew he had to be aggressive to try and recover those places early on, and he got dumped all the way to the back of the pack by the time we got to the first corner.
You can ride on board with him on the left-hand side of his screen. He's up behind Miguel Oliveira. The KTMs have made a bit of ground on the first lap. Marco Bezzecchi, unfortunately, has crashed down on our timing screens. He'll be the reason you can see yellow flags in sectors 3 and 4. But Miguel Oliveira up to 15th. He's about to have Marc Marquez for company, and Brad Binder's gained ground. He said a top 10 was possible. He's already up to P12.